Scotland's only oil refinery will close next year with 400 jobs set to be cut. Petronas, the owners of the Grangemouth plant on the Firth of Forth, confirmed that the company would transform the site into a terminal for importing rather than refining. The Unite Union called the closure an act of industrial vandalism. Well, our Scotland editor James Cook is in Grangemouth for us now. James.
Yes, this site contains 3 businesses which employ around 2,000 people between them. There is a petrochemicals plant, there is a pipeline handling system for crude oil coming from the North Sea, and then there is the refinery. Now, the operators of those first 2 businesses say they will be largely unaffected by the decision to close the refinery, but that still comes as a big blow to the workforce here. It's also a blow to the local economy. And it's a blow to both the Scottish and UK governments, who had said they would do what they could to try to persuade Petro-Eneos and assist Petro-Eneos in keeping the refinery open. Grangemouth has been refining fuels for a century, but it's now losing hundreds of thousands of pounds a day, struggling with declining demand for petrol and diesel as the world begins to shift to renewable energy. And so the site is going to import petrol, diesel and aviation fuel instead of making them. And that will mean at least 400 job losses.
Well, there's a real fear and real anger amongst the workforce and amongst the community here. This is the first test of a just transition in this country, and it's failed miserably. It's been failed by the company, and the people have been failed by the politicians. This could be economic and industrial vandalism of the biggest scale we've seen, and this town could be decimated if we do not do something about it.
Ministers here in Edinburgh and in London say they're investing £100 million in the local economy and exploring longer-term options for the site.
There will be investment in the site's long-term future. The Scottish Government and the United Kingdom Government have both jointly funded the Project Willow study, which has identified a short list of credible options to begin the building of a new long-term industry at the refinery site, including low-carbon hydrogen, clean e-fuels and sustainable aviation fuels.
But even if Project Willow works out, those jobs are years away. Cold comfort for staff being laid off in the coming months.
Well, I don't accept for a second that we're losing any of those skilled workers. Yes, this is really disappointing for them, also because they've had the not knowing the uncertainty for such a long time with this refinery. It's been more than 10 years of a roller coaster. I think what we're doing is making sure that those skills transfer into some of the green energy jobs of the future.
Could better management and more investment have saved this refinery? In public, the bosses and the workers here disagree on the answer, but in private, they are united in accusing politicians of failing to deliver a smooth, just transition from fossil fuels to greener power. James Cook, BBC News, Grangemouth.